Alright guys, what is up? My name is Kristen Behar, aka Increase Blue, and you're listening to the pause button audio blog post thingy McBob, what have you. This is the second one this month. You guys are being spoiled. Anyways, what I want to jump into today is Yakuza 3 and what Sega is just doing over and over and over to its gamers, and how its gamers are kind of just throwing down their foot and saying, hey, we're not going to take it anymore. Now, for those of you that don't know, Yakuza is a long-running PlayStation series that kind of puts gamers into the shoes of an ex-Yakuza member, and it's been praised in the past as, kind of really jumping into the heart of Japan, showing what Japan's all about and all this different stuff, and having such a strong storyline and stuff. Now, it's had 3 different games in the past. You have Yakuza 1, Yakuza 2, and Yakuza Kenzan. And Yakuza 3 is the most recent sequel, and that is the one which is causing the most controversy right now. Let me go ahead and break it down for you. In March of 2009, Yakuza 3 was released in Japan. Just to give you a little, I guess, hint of just how popular it was so big that it was actually one of the leading factors that had boosted PS3 sales up so much in Japan that it had actually beat out the Xbox and the Wii for that particular month. So that kind of gives you a little inkling. Now, the big issue is that it had all this money, it had all this popularity and craziness going on around it, but Sega had no plans to localize it and bring it to North America and the UK, like it had done with Yakuza 1 and Yakuza 2. Naturally, gamers were kind of mad, so gamers all over the world were bringing up emails and petitions online, just pleading with Sega, please, 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 bring this game to America, put English subtitles, don't even feel a need to dub for it, I don't even care, just as long as I can play it. So that happened all the way up until December of 2009, and in December of 2009, Sega announced on its blog that it was actually going to localize the game, and that it was going to come out sometime in 2010. Now fast forward to February 24th, 2010. This is 2 days ago. Sega announced in its blog that the Western version of the game was going to be released on, time in March, like it had planned, only it was going to feature some cuts. And this is a direct quote from the blog. It's saying that we want to confirm that there is some content in the Japanese version of Yakuza 3 that didn't make it over to the upcoming Western version, mostly involving the hostess clubs and the Japanese history trivia sections. Now, for those of you that don't know, a hostess club is basically a dating club. Guys go in, they pay some money, they sit with a chick, they talk, they drink, they eat, and that's it. It's not, for the sex or anything. There is no sex involved. It's more just for the talking and the eating and the drinking and not being lonely. I don't really know, those quirky Japanese. Anyways, this feature was included in the first and second Yakuza games, and also in the spin-off Yakuza Kenzan. It was such a popular little feature in the first game that it had actually become almost like a trademark to the series, and the team that was making the game had expanded upon it in the second game, where even not only would the character be able to go to hostess clubs, he actually built his own hostess club, and then he actually went on the other side of the spectrum and became a host in a host club, which is basically the opposite of the hostess. Guys are being picked out by women who pay, and they sit and they talk and they drink and whatnot, and that's how it is. So it has become almost like an unofficial trademark of the series to include these hostess clubs. So when gamers finally got this news, they weren't really upset about the Japanese history game, because they really hadn't had it before and that wasn't a big deal, but having the hostess clubs completely taken out was just inciting gamer rage left, right, and center. As this is being recorded, there was over 400 different comments just ripping on Sega, going, how can you take this away from us? Are you guys insane? Why are you releasing a censored game? Why are you, cutting out material for absolutely no reason? You think that, Americans are too stupid to get what a hostess club is about? I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Now, in Sega's defense, they did, post that there was going to, along with these content cuts, that there was going to be some sort of DLC released later on, for the gamers when the game actually drops in March. Now, whether or not this DLC will unlock the Hostess Clubs, or whether or not the DLC will unlock something completely different, it's really up in the air because Sega hasn't really gone into detail. All they said was, hey, there's content cut, you figure it out. So there's a lot of problems that, can go along with this. Either, one, the gamers put their foot down and say, hey, we're not taking this content cut. We worked over a year to get this game, and now you guys are saying, well, you're going to get the game, just not all of it. Or Sega will finally clear up and say, hey, we understand you're upset about the missing Hostess Clubs. That's why we're going to release this DLC that will unlock the Hostess Clubs, so those people who think that they'll get it, they'll download it, they'll like it, whatever. Or, this could just, they could never clear it up, and the gamers could never, figure it out until March, when you have all these, very jilted and angry gamers, blasting Amazon, this game sucks because there's no Hostess Clubs, and I can't go date chicks, and blah, blah, blah. So, with that, very, very kind of sad and angry little, misunderstanding issue, just so you know, Yakuza 3 is going to release in the US and UK on March 9th. The demo is already live on the PlayStation Store, and unfortunately, you Xbox fans, it is only PlayStation, so maybe you can hit up that one PlayStation friend that you got and play the demo. And also, for those of you that just kind of want to be a little bit more angry and let that anger simmer and boil over and just, hate Sega for the rest of your life, Yakuza 3 is indeed being released on March 9th, and the sequel, Yakuza 4, is being released on March 18th in Japan, and it has no release dates for the North American market at all at this time. Alright, in case you forgot, my name is Kristen Behar, aka Increase Blue. Check me out on Twitter anytime you want, at Increase Blue, or my name, Kristen Behar. I also have a Facebook page. Go onto the search bar in Facebook, type in the pause button. You'll see a little bit about my blog, and I'll be posting here and there about new blog posts and ideas. Go ahead and comment if you want. In case you also forgot, the blog address is at www.pressthepausebutton.wordpress.com. Please comment if you will. I always want to hear what you guys are thinking. I always appreciate, support or criticism, whatever you guys want. And that is it for me. This has been the pause button. Now, press start again.